Hiya, it's Andrea. Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle Over 40. I'm Andrea and I love to help women over the age of 40 get to grips with their hormone imbalances so they can look good and feel good inside and out. Today I want to talk to you about perimenopause. How do you know that you've started in perimenopause? What are the signs and symptoms that you can be experiencing? I get a lot of questions from women asking, well, how do I know that I'm in perimenopause? You know, if you don't get your hormones checked out, how do you really know? So I just wanted to focus on this in the video today and talk a little bit about it and answer some of the questions that you might be having around perimenopause. When does it start? How do I know I'm in it? So perimenopause is the transition that you go through before you hit menopause, and it's a gradual process that a woman goes through. For most women, I would say it happens because some women can have premature menopause, which is unfortunate if you have ovulation failure or if you've had a full hysterectomy, you've had everything taken away, including your ovaries. It can plunge you into menopause when the hormones decline rapidly, can cause a lot of unpleasant symptoms. And this is when it's really a good idea to seek a gynecologist or a doctor that you can talk about some bioidentical hormone replacement to help cope with that sudden crash in your body of your hormones, because it can be really unpleasant. So that's one way of just bypassing perimenopause altogether, a very unfortunate way. But perimenopause itself can happen any time over the age of 35. It's different for every woman, and you probably won't notice a lot of symptoms to start with. As you go through your day-to-day life, you get normal fatigue and tiredness and things like that. And because the hormones will decline slowly, so your body can keep up with the decline and it can produce less symptoms, or so that's how it's supposed to go. Your body is quite capable of going through perimenopause with very little symptoms. So if you're having extreme symptoms, there's something that's not quite right, and you need to look at that to try and reduce those symptoms down. I like to call your symptoms as piece puzzles, and they're the piece puzzle that you need to put together to figure out what's going on in your body and how to get them under control. There's lots of symptoms. You're probably Googling it, perimenopause, and to see how many symptoms that there are. And I think there've been lots of people are coming up with lots of different symptoms that are coming up, and I think there's been about 35 symptoms identified of perimenopause. But there are some main ones that you can really look at to think, oh, maybe I'm in perimenopause then. What are the main ones, the main symptoms that you need to look at? Because what's happening as your hormones are declining, it's like going through puberty in reverse. You can be more prone to some weight gain because a woman's body will stop focusing on the fat around your thighs and your butt area and put your fat more in your belly area, because that's what it does when you have lower hormones. So, which is unfortunate. So you're probably noticing a bit more fat around your middle and a bit more weight gain there. And that's a big sign that your hormones are declining and you're in perimenopause when your fat's not being distributed evenly anymore, when in your fertile years, when you're nourishing a baby. And the thing that happens is your muscle mass will reduce down as well as you're getting older, and so that's what happens. And then you're more sensitive to stress, you're more sensitive to insulin and sugary foods, so that you can put weight on a lot more easily as you're going through this transition. So weight gain is quite a big one to pay attention to, that you might be in perimenopause because you're more sensitive to stress and insulin around this time when your hormones are reducing down. And your metabolism's also lowering as well, so that's another sign that you could be your weight's creeping up on you all of a sudden. I think I'm in perimenopause now. My weight's shifting and my metabolism's changing, and I maybe need to try and make some changes in my exercise routine, because things that you worked before are not going to work for you now because your body's different now. as your body's as your hormones are declining, your body just becomes different, and you need to make quite a few changes. So this is one of the signs that can be happening to signal that you're in perimenopause. Also, mood swings as well can play a big part in perimenopause, when your neurotransmitters are probably not working right, your magnesium levels are going low, a bit more anxious and moody when your hormones are up and down and up and down and up and down, can cause a bit more mood swings and anxiousness. So if you feel like you're snapping a lot more than usual at people, and you're just being an angry person, and a big angry bear and growling at everybody, this is probably one of the signs as well you're in perimenopause. Vaginal dryness. Have you noticed that your sex drive's just gone? You just don't feel like you want to be with your partner anymore in a sexual way. And you just feel like more vaginal dryness down there. It's more uncomfortable, and you just don't feel like you just want to have sex anymore. That's also a big sign that something's that you're in perimenopause as well, which is unfortunate. And then like brain fog, all of a sudden you just can't think straight. You're walking around. I know I walk into rooms all the time. I'm some days are worse than other days. I can go into a room or walk somewhere, and I've thought about what I'm going to do, but once I've got there, it's like, what was I going to do again? I just can't figure it out what I'm going to do now. Or maybe you're talking about something in mid-sentence, and you've forgotten what you're saying. What was I talking about? Where I've just lost my train of thought here. It's really difficult. You know, me doing these videos for you, I'm trying to, I've got my notes to prompt me, to help me out, because sometimes I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, what was I talking about next? So that's a big sign as well that you're in perimenopause. So, yeah, don't worry about it too much. This can be just the hormone levels, just thinking that you're getting, that you might be getting dementia or anything like that. It can be a sign you're in perimenopause. It's just that because of the hormones shifting. Your hormones are up and down, like on a roller coaster ride. So this is another sign of perimenopause too. Hot flashes and night sweats, they're a really big sign, and I think it's one of the first big signs, as well as the weight gain. And it's disrupting your sleep. You've got big sleep disruptions, because 1 minute you're hot, next minute you're cold again, and you know, you're waking up periodically. I know some nights, and I've woken up every couple of hours. It's like, what is going on? It's not great. So this is another big sign of perimenopause too. And you just start feeling like, you know, who am I anymore? You're looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking, all right, so now there's something not quite right. You know, making some changes going on, and I'm not feeling like happy like I usually am, and not feeling like what I'm doing in my life's not great, or what direction's my life going in. It's not really what I want anymore. This is the time when women are really focusing on their lives. This is another big sign that your hormones are changing. And because sometimes women, they look at the life and think, what am I doing? I'm not really happy doing that anymore. And maybe you're looking at your relationship. Are you happy when you're still in a relationship? Some of the friendships that you have. Is your job giving you happiness? It can be like a midlife crisis, it's called. And you know, men go through a little bit similar to us as well. And that can be a sign you're going through the perimenopause. Just thinking about making some life changes. I know I certainly have. Just really took a big step back and looked at my life and just thinking, where am I going? This isn't quite right. I'm not quite happy anymore like I used to be. I really need to try and focus and get to grips with what's going on. And this is where I like to ask women to get a journal. Get a notepad, get a pen, and write everything down. As you start going on your journey through perimenopause, it's really good to get everything out on paper, especially tracking your monthly cycles, because that's another thing that can happen when your periods start changing. You notice that the lighter one month may be heavier in the next month. They might be coming on earlier, finishing later, not as long as they usually are. Some months they might be heavier than others. So changes in your cycle is also another big sign that you're starting in the perimenopause. So I've got a tracker. I'll put the link below if you want to download my perimenopause tracker. It tracks your cycles, it tracks your symptoms, You can print it off, or you could just have it online and then just fill it in, and to keep a track of where your hormones are and where your symptoms are and your periods are. It's a great way to get all your thoughts down on paper as you're going through this time, because there's lots of big changes happening in your body, and a lot of women really start to wake up in their life around this time and start to look at their life and are they happy, and what can they do to make themselves happy. So it can be really a big time to try and sort things out in your life as well. So yeah, keep a journal, write everything down, offload all your feelings, offload everything that you think about, track your symptoms, start keeping a check of your day-to-day life and how you're feeling, and especially how diet is affecting the way you're feeling as well. Everything, because I like to focus on 4 areas for women: the diet, your lifestyle, your exercise, and your mindset. Your mindset plays a big part as well. So focus on those 4 things and start writing down what things in your diet's not making you feel good anymore, exercise, is that not working for you anymore, and lifestyle issues, and then how you're thinking, your thoughts, offload that onto paper. Can really help you go through this time, into this transition into menopause. So if you want any more help from me, I'm here for you. Don't struggle on your own. Don't struggle with lots of extreme symptoms. I'm here to help you. I'm happy to jump on a call with you. My first 30 minutes is free. And if you want to take it further, if you just want some quick help, some support, then reach out to me. I'm here for you. I want to help you. Don't struggle on your own, because it can be very hard to understand. I've been studying this for over 10 years. I really know all the different hormones, and I can help you out. So don't struggle on your own. Turn to someone who knows how you're feeling, who knows been there, who's studied it for 10 years, who knows, I can give you an idea of what you're going through, and have a quick chat about some of the symptoms that you're having. So please reach out. So thanks for watching my video today. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate all your comments. So thank you for all the comments that you're giving me. So please let me know how you're getting on in the comments about your transition, about your perimenopause experiences. I'd love to know how you're getting on. So please let me know. Please put in the comments below. And yes, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you again in another video. So bye for now. Take care.